We accumulated a lot of debt living in California, and when we moved up here, it was, okay, how do we make this all work now? And our money just wasn't stretching far enough.
We had come out of college with massive student loan debt. That was huge. The reason that we had a lot of credit card debt was because we were putting our rent in California on our credit card. That was the only way that we could pay our rent and our utilities. So we ended up with just thousands and thousands of dollars of debt, just living expenses. And didn't know, we knew that that wasn't the way that it was supposed to be, like that we weren't supposed to be paying our living expenses on credit, but we didn't know how to actually successfully get by without depending on credit, you know.
Melissa came to me and asked about if we could meet with Eric Winters about seeing what we could do with our finances. And when we moved up here from California, we'd accumulated some debt just living down there, living expenses. And I said, sure, I don't know how he's going to help us change where our money's going or how much we're actually making. But one of the things that did happen is it really changed our perspective on our money and how our money works and what the Bible actually tells us about what to do with our money. We started living really on one income, and then trying as hard as we could to pay down everything that we could, you know, and focusing on one bill, if you will, at a time, and then doing the whole snowball thing, as Dave Ramsey calls it, and just keep rolling it into the next one, to the next one. And over time, we just started seeing a lot of progress.
It's really exciting to actually see things get paid off, and you feel like, wow, I'm like one step closer to that financial freedom that I'm seeking after. So, and literally too, you just like praising God, like every time you get, you know, something in the mail that says you're out from under that debt, it's like, oh, thank you.
Well, in the last 7 years, we've been able to pay off $34,000 worth of debt, and that's paying off. And then to pay down, we've probably paid off another $10,000. So that was huge. I mean, when we'd look at those numbers, and you know, we'd meet together once a month and look at those numbers, and it was exciting to see how much progress we were actually making. And as we were making, you know, as the progress was being made, it just kept getting bigger and bigger, the number did. And that was a very exciting thing to both of us. You know, I packed my own lunches, and to this day I still eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for 4 days in a row at one of them at work. That's kind of slowed down a little bit. Some of those you can take in 8 years.
Yeah, the mentality of a lot of our friends was live now, pay later, and our mentality was no, we're gonna pay now, and we're gonna try to live the life that God's called us to and be faithful with our resources. But that didn't always, you know, make it easy to say no to friends, because it sounded like a lot of fun too, you know, that way of living. But it had we'd already tried that way of living, and it didn't work. I just want to say God is faithful. I mean, that's just the key, is that, like, if you do those things, if you walk in obedience, He continues to teach you more. You may start with like this much knowledge of what He wants you to do with your resources, and then as you're faithful in those things, He like broadens it. And then so you walk in faith with those things and walk in obedience, and He calls you to new things that, you know, and enables you to do them too. He gives you the ability to obey in those things. And that's, I think, been exciting too. It's just, it feels like a maturing process. There were times in the past where I would think, oh, tithing is going to take us under. There's just no way we can do this. You know, that's the big issue. We would have so much more money if we didn't have to tithe. You know, God, why are you asking us to do this? You know we can't do it. And now I'm just like, no, it's not tithing that's taking us under. It's spending on things that God doesn't want us to spend on. You know, that's something He has told us pretty, you know, matter-of-factly, this I want you to do, you know. And so I think our shift has been from, this is our money that we have to, you know, figure out what to do with, to, no, this is God's money, and really it all belongs to Him, and He's, you know, going to give us the wisdom to manage all aspects of it. I want my treasure to be in the righteousness of Christ and not in just financial blessings. So this is just a very small part of the spiritual picture, the whole managing of money, but yet it's a part of the spiritual walk too, so it's part of the believer's life.
Been spitting out American dough, all the money can buy, all the money can buy. Spitting